My dad was in the Air Force for 20 years, retired in 1974. So growing up was a little bit around the country, born in South Carolina, then we moved to Georgia, made our way up to Anchorage, Alaska, and from there my dad went to Vietnam, and the family got parked with my grandparents for a year in Statesville, North Carolina, which is really my mom and dad's home. And so I started high school in Statesville right after he retired. And then went up to Catawba Valley Technical College, played tennis for him, and as I was finishing up a degree in architecture, a lot of the guys in the program had talked about Appalachian State. They lived close to that area, and we were all looking at the school and decided to transfer up to App. When I got a chance to see the campus, the layout, up in the mountains, I thought this is the perfect school. You know, when I came in, finishing the degree in architecture, I wasn't sure really what I wanted to do. So the political science department interested me, and it just got me really interested in government and strategy and what was taking place, what was shaping the world around me. So having traveled around, I just had a natural interest in what was happening around the globe. And so the political science department got me a chance to really dig into that. And ironically, I'm walking across campus, and one day off in the distance, I see a guy in a battle dress uniform, and he looks really, really familiar to me. And as we're kind of on a path toward each other, it turns out it's a guy named Benny Duncan that I went to high school with. And Benny said, "You ought to come up to the ROTC department and talk to Captain Flora." I said, "Hey, I want to be a military intelligence officer." And I was fortunate enough that I finished high enough in the class that I got my first choice. And ever since then, I haven't looked back. So we have a number of alumni that have gone into the military, the ones that I've stayed in touch with through the years. Some of my classmates, the curriculum that we had, the nature of the education gives you a broad foundation. And it's not just the academics as they're applied in the classroom, it's the academics as they're applied in the classroom and meant to be used in your profession and what you're going to do after you leave the university and how to prepare yourself not only for the workforce, but just how to be a responsible citizen. And so I got that foundation at the schoolhouse, and I thought it was tremendous. So I think one of the things that we all share is an absolute love for Appalachian State University. I mean, the memories that we all have are just incredibly positive. From the academics, from the environment, from the physical location, the athletics. I don't miss an opportunity to tell people where I went to school. Anywhere I go, and I travel a lot, more times than not, I'm in a pair of jeans and shorts, and I'm wearing an App State t-shirt. I make a point to get good eye contact with anybody wearing Michigan gear. We even went on a cruise, and I made sure I got my picture made with a couple of folks in Michigan, and they're all good sports about it. So, yeah, it is a national treasure. When Mr. Setzer called, first thing I was joking with the front of the office because they said, "Hey, you've got a phone call coming in at 3:30 from a representative at App State," and I thought, well, okay, they're going to take my degree back, so we'll go ahead and move ahead. No, it's very humbling, and I look at it in the context of a thank you, and I look at it in the context of a thank you for 34 years, in the context of thanking my kids, thanking Barb, thanking my family. And there are so many people over 34 years that are a part of this. So it's not me, but I appreciate the honor. I am absolutely humbled. And so I'll say thank you for the recognition. But there's a long line behind the person sitting in this chair. And it starts with my wife and my kids.